Welcome to your weekend focus for October the 12th and 13th, 2019. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So, for numerology for the weekend, we have a 7 and an 8. So, stand in your truth, go forward with an integrity, a strength, a compassion, go forward with effort. So give things effort this weekend that are in line with your goals, your dreams, your desires. We have a full moon in Aries on Sunday at 20 degrees. So 2 plus 0 is a 2. So remember, do your Superman pose throughout the weekend. See yourself walking into luck and happiness and joy and love and success. Raise your energy. Superman pose, 5 minutes in the morning. We have the sun in Libra for the whole weekend. We have the moon. I believe we start out in I think we start out in Aries. I think right after, I think maybe an hour one way or the other, the moon stays in Pisces, but I think it moves pretty quickly into Aries, so we're experiencing a full weekend of Aries energy for the moon. Well, let's see what the cards say. The Death card appears. Well, we know it's going to be intense energy. We know this full moon, we will feel it. But this is about us, putting the weapon down, removing the cloak, letting our inner child out. Stop hiding ourselves, our parts of ourselves, to be authentic, to step in our true identities. This is a very strong Aries energy. But we could also look at the Libra energy because the sun is in Libra for the full moon. Where we want to join forces with other people. We want to be part of the collective. We want to join in more. And really, a full moon is all about the balance of ourselves, our ego, our self-esteem, our independence, versus relationships. Whether romantic or platonic, our relationships we have with other people, and how much of ourselves do we give to those kinds of group activities and friendships and lovers and children and parents and best friends and co-workers. And are we giving enough to ourselves? Are we standing in our own truth? Or do we give ourselves away in some ways? Do we hide parts of ourselves? This is about letting your inner child out. 10 of Wands. We need to put down that sack because obviously we are at a very slow pace right now. We need to put down that sack and understand what has value and what does not have value, and then go forward. If we look at those wands, some of them have growth potential, but others are just dead wood. That's all they are. And we seem to be carrying around this extra burden. We want to skip. We want to run. We want to feel the wind in our hair. We do not want every step to be one more step. The Star. This is about making the impossible possible. Expect miracles this weekend. Expect those aha moments. Expect those doors to open. Expect to have that little windfall. Expect to Expect to make the impossible possible. That it happens in your life in some way. You just have to believe. You have to throw your energy in that way. You have to raise your vibration and your belief. And almost act as if it's already present in your life. I mean, it's the middle card, so it has this very potent energy this weekend, that we have to really raise our energy. Even if we don't feel like raising our energy, to be very conscious of our energy and bring it out in a positive manner, an upbeat manner, a knowing, an expectant that our dreams are going to come true, that things will manifest in our life, things will become tangible in our life. Even if it seems completely impossible right now, we may get that aha moment, we may get that epiphany, a miracle could happen. Life could change on a dime. Expect it. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles speaks towards giving up, throwing in the towel, saying enough's enough, I've tried, and that's the best I could have done, and nothing happened, and it is what it is. And I'm just going to go back into my cave where I feel comfortable, and I know what's going to happen, and it's not great, but at least I know what to expect. And I'm not going to go after my dreams, my desires, my wants. And while you're saying all of this, my goodness, look at how close that door of abundance is to you. All you need to do is stand up, stretch, get back into the game, and you'll see the door. All you have to do is walk up to that door and knock. Turn the knob. Walk through. Eight of Swords. We'll definitely be walking out of this weekend with a different perception of something in our lives, or a way we look at something, a knowing of something. This could be tied into the aha moment, the epiphany. The way you can go forward that you didn't even realize before, or it wasn't an option before, or here we are, and we are blindfolded, and in many of these in many of the decks we're tied up, our hands are tied, but our feet are always free. And so we thought we were in prison, we thought we were in a corner, we thought we had a roadblock, we thought we couldn't go forward, so we stood there. Now if we were blindfolded, if we started kicking out our feet a little bit, yeah, we might get a little cut from one of those swords, but they're not even in the ground that deep. We could have kicked them over, and there are none in front of us. We could have walked straight and gotten out. So there's different ways of approaching, or different approaches that we can take that we haven't thought of. So, I mean, dream journal, absolutely, this weekend. Keep a piece of paper by your bedside with a pen and write down those dreams as they come. And I've been saying that a lot throughout the week, haven't I? So we only have a few seconds to start writing down parts of that dream, and then it just starts to disappear. We gain a new perception. We see things a different way. If we've been having problems in our relationship because we thought one thing, they thought another, and all of a sudden the clarity comes in, the understanding comes in, and the relationship actually grows deeper because of it. It's things like that that can happen this weekend. Anything that you think is impossible, like we'll never mend that bridge, the damage is done, it can be mended. Perhaps this weekend. We're under normal circumstances, maybe it couldn't, but this weekend has an energy about it. Assurance. 14. I immediately went to the baby blue here. And just this soft feeling of just know. This is the assurance of the angels, your guides, God, the creator, the universe, source, whatever name you use. This is the assurance that they have your back, that they are working double duty right now to open up those pathways for you. All you have to do is walk the walk. All you have to do is show up every day. Let's get an animal card and we will get a, where are my cards? Oh, there they are. Okay. My Journey of Love cards. Because it is a full moon. So I think it's beautiful, magical energy around this full moon. I was expecting the cards to tell us a little bit more towards, how much of yourself do you give within relationships, and how much do you receive, and how much are you independent within relationships, and your own person within those relationships. Where do you feel that you have to change who you are in order to have that relationship? And it could be with one person, it could be with a group of people, absolutely. I would think it's more one-on-one, though. It's more, Dylan distracted me. Mine. Anything they're not allowed to touch is just called mine. So when they hear that word, they know to stop sniffing around whatever they were sniffing, because they can't have it. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, says the dolphin. Journal. Water. Energy shift. Breathing. Focusing on the act of breathing clears the mind of all the daily distractions and clears our energy, enabling us to better connect with spirit within. I was going to say, and how much are you your own independent self within the relationships, I believe. Dolphin knows that you've been caught off guard. Wants to remind you that stressful situations induce panic, which causes continued panic and stress. Try to meditate, enroll in a yoga class, or participate in some form of exercise, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. Dolphin feels that a water-based exercise will work best for you. Exercise works similar to meditating, but also serves as an outlet of sorts. Release your sadness by crying. We all need a release. Get a makeover, an ego boost by getting your hair or nails done. New clothes may help you catch your breath and enjoy the moment. Don't grab the rose-colored glasses, but think positively about something, anything. Look within yourself and see what needs to be changed and take action. More times than not, it's because you stopped loving yourself. Remember, there is nothing that you cannot be, nothing you cannot do, nothing you cannot have. Clear the energy that is stifling you. Breathing is an intricate part of your system, body, mind, and spirit. Take some time for yourself and spend it by the water. Take out a journal. Write while experiencing the sea air. If you can't get away, soak in a bathtub. Add some sea salts. Purchase a desktop fountain or CD that invokes the feeling of being by water. Or you could probably listen to something on YouTube, I'm sure. But remember that there is nothing you cannot be, nothing that you cannot do, nothing that you cannot have. So our middle card was making the impossible possible. And so allow yourself to dream this weekend. Allow your dreams to grow bigger. Expect them to happen. Okay, the death card is all about letting that child, that inner child out. When you were little, you probably said that you wanted to be something when you grew up. And are you living that life? See, the adults tricked us. They all told us that you had to grow up and life wasn't just a magical game, and the energy you put into the game determined your success, your abundance, your happiness, your joy. So we all came in off the playground and went to work, but there's a lot to be said for letting your inner child out, going with the flow, experiencing the moment, seeking joy and happiness, seeking your dreams. Okay, let's get a Journey of Love card. $55 tried to jump out. I didn't catch the word on it. And we have Dance of the Planets, 56. The Dance of the Planets. 56 is an 11. Isn't that funny that I had the 55? Huh. '56, Dance of the Planets. We'll read the poem first. In those days, time was ours. We walked in the rain and held each other's hands. Your lips warm against my skin, and your soul melting into mine. As the night became morning, amongst the cobblestone walks of now forgotten places we called ours. There are forces larger than your own personal destiny at work in your life right now. Although they are not inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you're being blocked from or rocketed towards the heavens in a roll that nothing can derail. Either way, the planets are dancing as they will, and there is an effect upon your destiny. It was meant to be at this time. From rising, there will be a gentle rest to recover before rising again. From restraint, there will be propulsion into greater stratospheres. All things in time according to the wisdom of greater cycles. It is okay to trust in the cosmic cycles and divine timing. It's okay to trust in the cosmic cycles and divine timing. After all, what point is there to rush to the bus stop if the bus doesn't depart until tomorrow? And what point is there to hold back if you're ready, set, and go? Trust in the timing and the rhythm of your life now, especially if it seems out of your control. That is the dance of the planets happening through you. This oracle brings a message. Pray that the planetary forces funnel blessings of grace and unconditional love, mercy, and joy to you now. That their movements through your life may happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. These are the time when big shifts are possible, supported by the cosmic movements. So pray for grace, and then enjoy the ride. So, all the cards were saying the same thing. These are times when big shifts are possible, and they're supported by cosmic movements. No, raise your energy this weekend. Raise your energy and expect that small windfall, that person to ask you out, that job to show up in the help wanted ads. A new best friend arrives in your life. An opportunity opens up to you. Expect it. Make a wish and expect it. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.